Early America's most important expeditions. The history of the Lewis and Clark expedition and Zebulon Pike's expeditions, written by Charles River editors. Narrated by Mary Rossman. Introduction. Throughout his presidency at the beginning of the 19th century, Thomas Jefferson had worried about the future of the western part of the continent, seeing that settlements in the Ohio Valley and Lower South relied upon the Mississippi River. France's controls over the region, in his estimation, put the U.S. at a severe disadvantage. His solution proved successful beyond his wildest imagination, for Napoleon did not only sell New Orleans to the U.S., the portion that Jefferson instructed his ministers to make an offer on, but all of New France, the entire area of Louisiana. Jefferson might have said later that his purchase of the territory strained but did not break the Constitution, but he also could have boasted that, with one stroke, he had removed one less obstacle to American expansionism. The Louisiana Purchase encompassed all or part of 15 current states and 2 Canadian provinces, including Arkansas, Missouri, Iowa, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, parts of Minnesota that were west of the Mississippi River, most of North Dakota, nearly all of South Dakota, northeastern New Mexico, northern Texas, the portions of Montana, Wyoming, and Colorado east of the Continental Divide, and Louisiana west of the Mississippi River, including the city of New Orleans, parts of which were still claimed by Spain at the time of the purchase. In addition, the Louisiana Purchase contained small portions of land that would eventually become part of the Canadian provinces of Alberta and Saskatchewan. The purchase, which doubled the size of the young nation, still comprises nearly a quarter of current American territory. The purchase allowed Jefferson to plan something he had talked about since taking office, an expedition deep into the unmapped and largely unknown continent, with the final destination being the Pacific Ocean. This could prove the most significant of the goals that Jefferson, a person who thought of himself as a scientifically minded thinker, wanted to accomplish as president. Though he knew he had bought a huge amount of land, Jefferson wasn't entirely sure of what he had bought, so he asked a team led by Meriwether Lewis and William Clark to traverse the continent until they reached the Pacific, studying everything from the ecology to geography along the way to get an understanding of the country's new region. Lewis and Clark would find far more than they anticipated. The 33 men who made the trip came into contact with about 24 Native American tribes, many of whom helped the men survive the journey, and along the way they met and were assisted by the famous Sacagawea, who would become one of the expedition's most famous participants. Though they suffered deaths on their way west.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?